Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was... Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hurry up, let's go.
Here's Bell. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
All right, let's go get it now, all right? 44.
Now the toss to Bell running right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check it to a throw the next time.
It'll be a gain of 11, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup.
Shit, he just baited the fuck out of me.
Picked off by Josh Jackson.
This nigga's not good, man. That's crazy. That was a good deal.
It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And now running right through it. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
What the fuck?
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being after us back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now they'll toss it to Bell running left.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Both of them.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Rodgers. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now Bell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald from 6 yards away. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Oh, he's tripping.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his left.
Tough ass play I've never seen before.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Got to adjust to that. Hell no.
1st down. Here's the run with Montgomery.
That's a crazy formation. What the fuck?
Just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there. Keep your composure.
That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb.
Definitely.
31 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 8. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, Roethlisberger. Oh, nearly
I'm sick. I'm
and
sick.
maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Roethlisberger.
What the fuck? A DN?
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? You scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete.
I just can't believe he got
now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run with Montgomery. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big time?
Never.
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now Roethlisberger
what the
throw, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A gain of 32 that time. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
This is Bell on the go ball. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
That is caught at the 7. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, 36 yards. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
That's a tricky-ass formation, bro. Fuck.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Give me that, pussy.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this. Until
and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice. You're really almost discrediting their
I better not lose to this.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
I better not lose this.
Incomplete. 1 second left to go.
He's weak as fuck.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to loft one. He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he just gets rid of it.
This nigga doing all money plays, bro. What the fuck?
Like nobody open. Now second down.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Looking deep downfield.
That's a pick. Stupid.
Both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Let's eat, bro.
Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. T.J. Watt in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
And it better not, bro.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Daniels able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down.
Bro, that's a fucking glitch, dude.
Kevin King with a pick.
Got my receivers running into each other.
26-yard line.
I got my receivers.
And someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football. It's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
Oh, boy.
When did that happen?
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on this. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. Right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to
This
rally the troops.
nigga's garbage.
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track.
Now he'll be hit from behind, and he has landed on hard. Mike Daniels in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will get him one closer. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Rodgers now on 1st down. Lets this one rip toward Graham. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And they can't bring him down. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Packers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Inside. Zoom.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And Crosby puts it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Roethlisberger trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
They've got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Mike Daniels in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Kenny Clark in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. Wiggles free. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And now the Packers get set to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Over here. 319. Jump out.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And able to find Graham. Complete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run it with Bell, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Cameron Hayward in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Now, a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try.
Hey, check 26.
Back to throw, Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Rodgers looking to throw. And he floated one out there incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction. And they come back and take the shot at the end zone. Just unable to complete it, but I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of relief, could have been back-to-back really big plays. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Over here.
Now Rodgers. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark in there to take him down in the hole.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time into this game thus far.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete. That's Bell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And they get to him with the pressure. For with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers throwing here. And this one incomplete.
With what we saw in this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The